What's up, everyone? This is Wally the Robot here. This is a shorter video. My previous Milio mid, I did poorly, but I played another one immediately after. This is the potential that I see in Milio and why I think he can be used mid and be viable mid. So still the same thing. It's going to be a AP boots into Ludens and then Leandries. This game, I'm not too worried about Magic Pen all that much. The reason why I want to rush Leandry second is because of the Alistair and the Darius. I want that burn to take effect. I kind of figured out Milio's Q. If you were to, based on the side that you hit the enemy on, if it's not dead on, it will deviate to the left or right. So I don't make use of that here, but I do end up making a few adjustments to my own playstyle with Milio. Again, I want to use max range. The Annie seems kind of new as well, to be honest, so I'm going to take advantage of that. The other thing to note is I also did my research on Milio's abilities and how they work. His Q does damage, his W does heal, his E does shield and speed buff. And you'll see here what I'm talking about with me understanding Milio. I can't see my health bar, so when I do, I flash out, get a good free kill on the E as well. Otherwise, I would have died. He would have just queued into me again. I think he was waiting for that to happen, but I kind of lucked out. So I'm building into the Ludens, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of pop off this game. I'm not gonna have a whole lot of kills. Again, that's not the goal of having Milio mid. Your goal is to support your team and be able to do enough damage to where, or do enough damage to burst them down and let your team clean up, essentially. And you'll see that this game. So with that being said, since I have huge lane pressure, I know Yi was heading from the top lane to bot jungle, so that's where I wanted to ward. I saw that the blue buff was taken, and I'm going down to assist the Amumu. I will say I make a few more mistakes every time you use your W in Wildrift. There's not an ability setting for ally champs, so every time you cast W and it lashes onto a ally, your Q will go to that ally. So keep that in mind for future reference. The other thing is your shielding. You kind of have to choose your target on that one. It's not auto with your W. And again, when I reference QWER, for those that don't know League of Legends, I'm referring to your first ability, second ability, third ability, fourth ability, going from bottom to top. So your Q would be the first one on the bottom, your W would be your healing, which is your W, and then your E would be your shield, and your R would be your ultimate. So it's just for those that don't know the kind of terminologies that I'm using. And unfortunately right there, if you go back, I miss my Q because a minion got in the way, and that Q was just a whiff and a half. I know the E wants to come and attack me, but he can't really do anything. The Annie, I'm willing to bet that they're new to the game and they're learning the champ. This is a typical Annie response when, you know, they've only played like 2 or 3 games with them. So I know I'm able to keep pressure. I'm not worried about the damage I'm going to receive. The other thing is, with that in mind, I'm able to roam a lot more. So I'm able to provide additional pressure onto enemies, kind of like this. I noticed that we are getting a lot of pressure. Now I'll make a play here, and this is the potential I see in the Milio and why I think he could be viable mid. Just that burst damage alone, you yourself could be cleanup if you play it right. And again, it's based on your positioning with the champion. So here I'm going to make a recall. I know I'm about to get Ludens, and I'll go ahead and get the Ludens, so that's going to give me a huge spike in damage. I will go back to mid. I need to continue to CS, otherwise I don't have any income. And I will push both of these waves in. Now I see Yee's top, and I also noticed that Darius is also going in, and I also see Annie going up. I caught just a glance of it, but here I know I'm able to make a play, and I'm able to help the Amumu. You'll see this mistake here when you cast a W, your Q will follow, but because I'm giving Amumu the shield and the heal over time, we are able to secure the Rift buff. I was hoping to kind of get a play on the Darius here, but he kind of went and dodged like a pro. So me and Jax, we do as much damage as we can with my minimal auto attack damage to the turret. I want to keep the minions off of our minion wave. The reason being is because if our minions stay alive longer, the more damage we can do to the turret. I got lucky not getting pulled in. I'm pretty sure if I did, I would have gotten factory reset to base. So just positioning in itself is good to have. I'm playing this pretty well. If I'm not mistaken, I'm able to pick up a kill on the Annie. I don't think I do though. I think it's the Darius. But either way, they think that because Milio support, he can't really do much damage. So that's right. The Jax came in and helped. I was hoping to get the auto off, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. I give Jax the turret, and then I make my way back mid. I noticed that they used the Rift buff in mid lane, and I see a dragon or a fight over at Dragon, so I'm trying to make my way to it as fast as possible. I could have taken the turret for extra gold, but when it comes to team fight, you know, you kind of want to help the team. Here I take a couple tower shots, or I think just one, if I'm not mistaken, but I still took enough damage to where it was a little concerning. So I'm trying to get enough gold for my next item. I could push for minions here, but I want as much damage to the turret as possible, and I didn't want to overextend. I failed my Q, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you know I don't die here, which is kind of funny. I was trying to get a Q onto the Yi, but I failed that one. However, I'm playing this actually pretty well. So with the Annie trying to press up, that's, you know, for me, I'll take advantage of that, especially since she used her, I call Tibbers Teddy Ursa Ring, or now it's going to be Blood Moon Ursa Ring. I mean, I've always got nicknames for these champs, I'm not going to lie to you guys. And here, again, I used W, it latched on to Caitlyn, and instead of going to the Darius to pick up a free kill, that doesn't happen. I notice he ults and flashes on top of me, and Jax with the save, that stun saved my life. I'm thankful for that. That was a good play for the team. In the previous Milio video, I was not using my team, which is on me entirely, but this time I did use the team. So I'm taking advantages where I can, and I'm honestly just enjoying this game. But with the build for Milio, I would say it's kind of essential to get your Ludens. Leandries is a good second to go into because that's going to be your poke. It's going to stack with your Scorch. You could also go into a Archangel Staff because your bonus mana would convert to AP. which is also really good. It stacks as well with the Leandries and Ludens. But I just opt in for just a burn magic pen build, essentially is what it is. So, but my team is playing really well right here as well. And Pike did a good job going in. And again, if you actually go back and rewatch that, you'll probably see the line. If you use the middle line and the outside edges of it, that's going to dictate what side it's going to go to. So if you're aiming with the outside left edge of that line and you're aiming at a minion or enemy champion, it's going to go to the right. And then vice versa if you're aiming to the opposite side. I was seeing if the Yi wanted to fight. He doesn't. I'm pretty sure he was wanting the blue buff. The Jax, if I'm not mistaken, saw the Yi. And I didn't even have to ping that. So I noticed there's going to be a team fight top, and I see Yi mid. So I want to join the team fight, and I kind of mess up because I forget Ahri can knock people back, and again I also miss my Q. So I get knocked back and pulled and then deaded. So, but with the Jax, he's doing phenomenal. The Annie's slowly figuring out how to play Annie, which is good. That means more competition later down the road. And Jax is just stellar. Quadra kill off that was just amazing. I'm pretty sure if he would have got a pentakill, they would have surrendered here. But they think that with the shutdown that they got from me and Amumu and Pike. Well, no, Pike didn't die. I'm sorry. It was me, Mumu, and Caitlyn. With the shutdown gold that they got from us, they think they got a chance, which I don't blame them. I would continue playing as well. But this upcoming fight is going to be the end of the game. And as you can see, Milio does not belong on the jungle. He is the slowest wave clear ever. Or not wave clear, jungle clear. But yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Caitlyn died to the dragon, so. But yeah, after this team fight here, once they realized that we were just too far ahead, they went ahead and surrendered. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't blame them. I don't see them coming back because that's after dragon buff. We would have just pushed mid lane and ended the game. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below on any tips or tricks you know of the game, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.